Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I want to show you my bullet journal for January and February of 2018 and my yearly lists. So it's basically just a bullet journal flip through of everything that I have so far for my 2018 bullet journal. In case you didn't know, Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids. So if you want to donate to the kids, you can do so at GoFundMe.com. There's going to be a link down in the description below and a button at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's go over to the bullet journal and I'll show you some of the stuff that I've been adding in.
Alright, so this is the bullet journal that I've been using, and it has dotted pages. I really do love this one because it has all these great ribbons that just makes my day. My first page has a verse on it, and it's the same verse that I used last year. The steps of a woman are ordered by the Lord when she delights in God's way. And then I have a yearly overview, which really isn't anything except just a calendar showing the months of the year. Then I have some of my goals, long-term goals, like 5 years or more. Things I want to save up for, things that I want to do more in the future, and I'm probably going to add to it and add it on into this other page as well. Then I actually just have a couple of blank pages just in case later on in the year I wanted to add something else. So I left myself some room at the beginning just for anything else I might want to add later. And then we have my January spread. So in the beginning I wrote in some of my goals, some events that I need to remember, tasks that are just monthly tasks, like I need to get this done sometime this month, and my words for the month. This is something new that I've added in. Words that I want to meditate on and just keep in mind as I'm planning my day. And I put in another verse for the month, and of course since it's January, I liked that it was talking about doing something new. Then I have my January weekly spread with weekly tasks, my Bible reading that I want to keep up with, and then my piano practice. I started out doing it in this long way, and then I kind of decided to do it a little bit differently. And I started doing it a little smaller, Bible reading and piano. And I added in a lot of snowflakes because it snowed in January, which is very rare down in the South. And sometimes I just add in words that I want to remember, you know, steady, just things that kind of keep me inspired. And then I have some of my monthly lists. Like, these are lists I'm gonna use for 2 or 3 months. I have my Netflix that I want to watch, and actually in order to do the Netflix at the top, I actually printed off a Netflix logo and then traced it onto the paper. And I got this idea off of Pinterest to do the little movie clappers, and then I put the season at the side, and then I color off each episode as I watch it. And I have my review copies to read. I traced this little stack of books as well, and I really liked how this banner turned out with like these letters are kind of hanging from little strings. Then I have my meal plan where I can put little sticky notes and stick in what I'm going to be eating that month, and this place where I can put my shopping list also as a sticky note so I can change it up every week. I got this idea off of a YouTube video, and I really liked the layout and the way the little clipboard looks, and it looks like it has tape on it. And so I didn't trace this one, but I completely copied it from another booktuber. And then I have my list of videos that I want to film, and I did a little thing on the side that looks like it's film. Then I started my February spread, and I used some washi tape, and I just cut it to look like the sides of a ribbon. And I decided to do all these arrows, and of course I have my tasks, my words for the month, which I haven't decided on yet, my events, and my monthly goals. I also cut out some of these little washi tape shapes, and I did one in the shape of an arrow. But I'll have to show you guys some of the photos of how I did that. First, I just put washi tape all in a row on a piece of paper, and then on the back of that piece of paper, I traced whatever shape I wanted it to look like, and then I cut out that shape, and then I just glued it into my journal. So not a lot going on for February yet. I haven't really put in, you know, my schedule and my tasks and things like that for February, but I like the colors, they're so vibrant. And then I have a clip so that I can skip all the stuff in the middle that I'm not actually using right now and go straight to the end. So for my yearly lists in the back, I actually start from the very back. In the very back, I have a pocket, which I love, and I kind of go backwards through the book for my yearly lists. Keeping them in the back of the book means that I can access them all year long really quickly. These are things that I turn to all the time, and so I don't want them mixed in with my weekly and monthly spreads. So first of all is my piano schedule, my schedule of teaching my piano students. And so I always refer to that a lot. And so it's the very last page. I can turn right to the last page and it's exactly what I need. And then I have some washi tape of music to show that these are music pages. And the next couple ones here are music that I want to learn this year and music that I want to buy the sheet music to learn it on the piano. And you can see that on the sides, when it's closed, you know, you can see very easily the washi tape. So I can turn right to the music section and be able to see any lists that pertain to music. Then I have my self-care washi tape. So the next few ones are all about meditation, self-care. First of all, I have my list of migraines. So this is very useful when I go to my doctor and they want to know how many migraines do you have every month, what are the things that set off your migraines. So I have a place to put the date, the duration of the migraine, and the symptoms. And then I have my list, which I had in my last bullet journal, of things I can do to take care of myself. Whenever I start to feel down or I have a migraine or I'm feeling sick, I tend to feel very overwhelmed, as though there's nothing I can do to make this better. It's just going to be horrible forever. So I love to turn to this list, and it really encourages me to say, no, there are things you can do. You know, there are steps that you can take to make yourself feel better. And it helps me not to feel so overwhelmed. And I've started this list, and I'm definitely going to be adding more and more to it of my comfort foods, so that when I feel like, oh, I just don't know what to eat, and I hate everything, and nothing sounds good, I can go to this list and say, oh no, this is one of my favorite meals. It just makes that decision-making process easier when you feel overwhelmed. And I got this idea off of Pinterest. And then I have my gratitude list, which I'll be adding to throughout the year, and my chakras meditation, which actually starts from the bottom and goes up through the chakras. And then I have my cycle so that I can keep track of my monthly cycle. Then in the blue, there is all of the financial things are in blue. So when I look at, you know, the sides, I can go straight to the blue ones, and there's all my financial lists. So this is my savings that I'm trying to save up through the year, and it looks like a jar. So as I color it in, it'll look like the jar is filling up. And then I have a little thing saying how much I'm trying to save each month. And then I have my monthly budget, which is broken up into categories. So first I have my income, my housing, vehicle, food, entertainment, my debt that I'm trying to pay off, miscellaneous things like cosmetics and clothing, and then my savings and my charity giving. So having it all really spread out this way really helps me to keep track of what do I want to spend in this area, what am I already spending in this area. So it helps me to keep track of those things. And then I also have a bill tracker, and I try to do something kind of different with the lettering here, doing a big letter and a small letter and a big one and a small one. So I kind of like how playful that looks, because we don't usually think of bills as being playful. But I guess it sort of helps me stay optimistic. And so I have what the bill is, and then when it's due, and then just January, February, March, April, May, you know, just the letter for each month, and then the amount that I paid, and whether or not I paid it, I put a little checklist, or maybe sometimes I put the date that I paid it. And then I also have a debt tracker for this one particular debt, and I'm kind of projecting for the next 3 years, if I pay this amount, how much will I have paid off at the end of 3 years? So I love this one because sometimes in the middle of the month, I'm thinking, wait a minute, did I even pay the water bill? I don't remember. And then I can look over here and say, oh yeah, it has a check mark. I did pay it. I'm good. And then I just have an extra blank page with the financial washi tape in case there's another financial list I want to make later on in the year. Then this washi tape is for all my literary things for books that I'm keeping track of. Again, my goal for this year is to read all the rest of Dickens. The ones that are already colored in are the Dickens books that I've already read, and the ones that are still blank, not colored in, are the ones that I still need to read. And at the bottom, I put the number of pages for each one of those so I can look at it and say, ooh, that's a long one. Let's leave that for next month. That's too long. And then going through, I have my series to read. So there are somewhat, I tried to get them kind of in alphabetical order. And then I've colored in the ones that I've read. So for Aunt Jane's Nieces, I've read the first 4 books, and I still have quite a few to go. And one of the largest is the Hercule Poirot series by Agatha Christie, any of her mysteries with Hercule Poirot, and there are 42 of them. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And then it spills over into the next page, so it's quite a lot. I have 44 series that I'm trying to read through, but this is such a good way to keep track of them. And then when I finish that series, I will color in the box at the beginning to show those are all done. And I have little arrows next to the ones that I really want to focus on for this year. I want to try to focus on that series and get a lot of those read this year and maybe even finish them. Then I have my TBR for 2018, and my goal for 2018 is to read 150 books, but I just put about 44 books on this list. These are ones that I definitely want to get to this year, and then the rest of the books I kind of leave for the, choosing in the moment what book I want to read. And I have some classics written on a Post-it on the side that I definitely want to get to this year. I found this on Pinterest as well, making it look like it's a little paper that is curling up, and I thought that was so cute, and so I tried to reproduce what I saw on Pinterest, but I'm not very good at drawing. And then I have my list of favorite fandoms broken up into groups, TV shows and movies, books and graphic novels, and authors. So I kind of had to squeeze them in there really small for some of the columns. This is really helpful to me whenever I meet new people and we start talking about our favorite fandoms and our favorite books and TV shows. And then I can go right to this list and say, ooh, do you like these same ones? And we get to connect over those things. And then I have my sort of house lists, a list to clean the house. And again, I got this idea off of Pinterest. I have daily things, weekly things, and I can color in the weeks that I did it. I have monthly and bi-monthly, and I can color in the months that I finished those, and then yearly things that need to be done. And these are house projects that I actually drew a little house with a little flower in a window box. And they're broken up into groups of which projects go in which room. So projects I want to do in the bedroom, in the kitchen, in the office, in the living room, and then I can check them off when they're finished. And of course I just moved into a new house, and so a lot of these are just new house stuff that you're settling in. And then my last one is things that I need. As I said, I just bought a new house and moved in, so there's still a lot, I don't even have an iron or an ironing board. I don't have mixing bowls in my kitchen. So there's still a lot of things where I'm setting up my home and, trying to get things organized. And that is it.
So I hope that you enjoyed looking through my bullet journal. I hope that it gave you some ideas. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite thing in your bullet journal. If you don't even have a bullet journal, what makes you excited about starting a bullet journal? Or if you know other people who make bullet journal videos or blog posts or anything, please leave it down in the comments because I'm always looking for new ideas and new ways of organizing things. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.